My name is Jana. You're watching Finnish Knitting Stories, episode 62. Welcome or welcome back. I'm coming to you from Finland, from a place named Kotka, which is in the southern part, right by the sea. And today is Friday, and I'm here in my crafty corner, ready to talk to you. Good morning. It's morning again. Yeah, it's becoming a thing, me recording in the mornings. Yeah, we have some appointments in the afternoon and I still need to go to work, so I decided to do it now. Just in case I don't have time later in the day. So, you can find me on Instagram as Kittenits, and on Ravelry as Kittenits, and on Patreon and Ko-fi as Finnish Knitting Stories. And all the important information, patterns, designers, everything that I talk will be linked in the description box down below. Let's begin. So, yeah, I'll be talking about my finished objects, works in progress, and then some other things as well. Yeah, this is a crafty video podcast where I mostly talk about what I've been up to during this past week. So, do we have finished objects? Franny, do you have anything? Franny is right there knitting with us. We don't have finished objects. we don't. Yeah, life happened, so didn't finish anything. Didn't happen this week. But I could show you Sophia's sweater. I think she is wearing something else. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. This one. I could show you this one because last time I only had a picture and today she's not wearing it. She's been wearing this a lot during the past week. And it was a finished object last week, but I didn't have it, and now I'll just show it to you quickly. It's been worn. There is some pilling and a snag there on the belly because she's been wearing it, but here it is. Her little stripy merino sweater. She loves it, and that's how it looks in real life. Nothing much to tell. I talked about the yarns in some of the previous episodes. It's a thicker merino by Grundle, and I just used some random balls from my stash, and that's why it's stripy. Because I didn't have enough of any of these, so I combined 3 colors to make a sweater, but it's cute. There it is. I didn't use any pattern. I just knit a basic raglan with a bit of short rows in the back. Yeah, and you can see how it fits on her in the previous episode. So that's all what I have for finished objects, because life don't have anything else. But I might have 3 new cast-ons, maybe accidental, of course. At least one of them is definitely accidental. One is a dream make, one is accidental, and one is need. One is a need. But we will get to them after I show you my first 3. Just a quick update on those. On those that you have seen before already. Let's start with the biggest one. Let's start with the blanket. Shall we? The blanket, you have seen it a few times. It's a granny spike stitch blanket that I'm crocheting with random bits of thicker Finnish sock yarn. And here is my progress of the week. Where is the marker? I lost the marker. Where is it? Seriously, I lost the marker. Because I'm holding it upside down. Of course I don't have... Yeah, there. There is the marker from the last week, and I have added... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 colored stripes. Chevrons, whatever. Stripes. Let's call them stripes. So, there. I was doubting this turquoise, this bright blue, but I was almost ready to rip back and take it out, but then I draped it on our sofa and I asked my husband, what do you think? He said, looks great. I was like, let's just leave it there. I think it will blend in when I carry on knitting. It is primarily pink blanket just because I had mostly pink yarns, and then I'm adding some other colors in between. There's some yellow, there is some blue, bright pink, and grays and whites. I think I'm just gonna let it be. It doesn't really matter. It's not a fancy blanket. It will probably just live in my car. Or if it's a big blanket, then it will stay in the living room. I don't know. We will see. But it's a good size. Now it's the size that it covers my lap when I'm working on it. And that's my favorite stage, when the blanket goes in a stage where you can sit under it, where you don't need another blanket. So, yeah, here we are. I think I made a good progress in 1 week. Luckily, it's a thick yarn and a big hook. I'm using... What size am I using? I keep forgetting. 4? Is it 4? It is, yeah. It is a 4mm hook. And I'm working with my red tulip hook. There. That's the progress report on my crochet blanket. Next is also a large project. You've been seeing it for past few weeks. It's here in the basket, and it's my... Okay, no, I need to put basket down. It's my Maire. It's my Maire dress by Veera Välimäki, wonderful Finnish knitwear designer. The pattern can be found in her book Stripes. It was published by Layla Publishing last year. Was it last year? Oh my god. A while ago. Let's say it like that, a while ago. And I'm doing a scrappy Maire. I'm using all sorts of happy neon scraps for my Maire. And I have... Also, the black one is scrappy. It consists of several different black and dark gray yarns. There's my first colorful stripe, and then I have knit black stripe. Then there is next colorful stripe, and then I'm on the third black stripe, and I'm almost done with that. And it's still not long enough, so I will have to do another one of these colorful ones, and then think, where do I end it? I will now pick up the next, so I could try it on properly and decide on the length. So I'll just get up, and it's around here now. Just above my knee at the moment, and I want it below the knee, because that's my preferred length of the dresses. I don't do mini. Never have, never will probably. So yeah, there, that's my Maire. Nothing else to tell about except a quick progress report. If you want to know more about it, check out the previous videos. Where is... Did I not bring it? I forgot Sophia's muscle burr hat in the living room because I was knitting on it in the morning. Should we just skip it? I'm not gonna go get it because it has grown a little. I'll go get it because then I have no... Yeah, I need that for knit and chat. Okay, this kind of morning until we're just running back and forward. Hold on! I ran to the living room to get Sophia's muscle burr hat, but turns out it was here the whole time under the blanket. Yeah, this is how my week has been, but we will talk about it later. Here we are. So I'm almost halfway through the other half. So like a quarter left. Math, complicated math. Yeah. There, she's waiting for it, and I'm somehow not feeling the stockinette on 2.5mm needles, but I'm trying. I'm trying to work on it every day a little bit, as long as I can. As long as I can. So, colors are getting blown out. It's not that crazy pink. It's much lighter pink. It's like a bubblegum pink, this one. But yeah, so let's put it away. Nothing else. The other Musselburgh pattern by Zolda Teague. And beautiful gnome bag by Bertie and Puppet. Isn't this just fun? I'll park it there for our knit and chat. So 3 of my new cast-ons. Yeah, I have them, but we don't judge here because I've noticed I'm usually not in a good place mentally when I'm casting all new things. Sometimes I have those happy cast-ons, but these were the cast-ons to make myself feel better because it's just life, you know. But we don't judge here. Some people go to alcohol, some people do drugs, some people go shopping. I cast on things, yeah. That's why last year I counted all of the cast-ons from previous year and I had like 50 of them. This year I have way less and I've been finishing things, so it's all right. I will get to them in bed eventually. First one. I'll show you the bag again. I showed it last time by Bertie and Puppet and it was a gift from one of my lovely viewers. I hope you see it. It's lovely. I love it. And here I have a pair of socks. Not ready yet, but it's a new cast-on. It's for our big kiddo. There. I'm knitting them concurrently on the wooden DPNs. Somebody asked me, do I prefer magic loop or DPNs? I think it depends on the yarn and on my mood. If it's a fingering weight sock, I usually do magic loop, but if it's something thicker, I prefer DPNs because they are more gentle on my hands. Recently I knit my husband's DK weight socks on magic loop and my hands were hurting. I don't know why. It has something to do with how I hold the needles and probably with the thickness of the yarn, and my hands did not like it. So I'm knitting, these are DK weight. So I'm knitting them on wooden DPNs, just a very basic Knit Pro birch basics, the very cheap ones. I actually enjoy them very much. I don't like bamboo needles. They are not my thing, and I'm not a big fan of metal DPNs. I'm fine with the metal needles when I magic loop, but I don't like metal DPNs. I have realized that. I have some, and I'm not using them that often, but it's my personal preference. I just like a wood needle for a sock, for some reason. Very basic, with some ribbing, 2 at a time, on separate needles. But yeah, these will be done soon. I think these will be done soon. The leg is not gonna be too long. He doesn't like too long legs, so I think I will knit just a little bit more and then start the heel. And kiddo's foot has grown a lot and I'm knitting him adult size 38. Yeah, for a 9-year-old. Big feet, but oh well, I had big feet as well at that age, so I think he takes after me. So just a pair of very, very bright green socks, his favorite color. Nothing special about them, and I'm not using any specific pattern, but there is a similar pattern on Ravelry. It's a free pattern. I can't remember the name or the designer, but it's for fingering weight yarn. It looks very similar. I'm not sure about the stitch count and the ribbing, but yeah, I will be just knitting ribbing down the both sides just for a better fit on his on his little but long feet. Yeah, that makes no sense, but you know what I'm saying. So that's my first new cast-on. Nothing too exciting, but I have 2 more, and both are very exciting. Very different. They have one similarity. Both have some neon in them, but one is crochet and one is knit, and the common denominator is the neon. If you watched my previous episode, I talked about the cardigan that I saw in a dream, about a crochet cardigan that I saw in a dream and that I needed it, about the Mohair granny square cardigan. Yeah, I started it. When did I start it? Wednesday evening, Tuesday evening. Anyways, for the past 3 evenings I've been crocheting granny squares. It took me a while to get to the right look. I will show you my first prototype that I did not like at all. First I thought to make it full mohair. I'm just making, very colorful, scrappy granny squares. All the yarns are from my stash. Most of them are scraps, you will see in a moment. And first I thought to make it full mohair, and I made this kind of square, and I didn't love it. It was too soft, too pastel-y, too... I don't know. It was not giving me the right vibe. And then I did not like the structure of it, that it's all airy and mushy, and I don't know. This is just 4 strands of mohair held together, and I think this color combo is ugly as well. I didn't like it, but I'll take it apart and reuse yarn, but I just wanted to show you this, that didn't like it. And then I decided, what if I add some merino with the mohair? And then I started making, let's put that down. These. The center is merino, then the next round is mohair, then merino again, and then mohair. I'm using DK weight merino or 2 strands of fingering, whatever I had. And I used, for the centers, I could use even the smallest balls of my leftovers. And I had a whole box of DK weight leftovers because I've been knitting some things in DK, a lot of things in DK over the years, and I have not used the DK scraps at all into anywhere except in this and somewhere else, but I still had a lot left. And a lot of them were neons, so I just started making these. And none of them repeat. And I have 42 of them now. It took me 3 evenings to make these. I made them on a 5mm hook. I want to say it was 5. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen. And now I want to put them together and make a cardigan. Turn them into a cardigan. Look, I'll take them out again. Yeah, the first prototype, and then the square that I actually went with. It's much smaller because I was also trying them on, that I need them to fit. I took a ready cardigan that I have. I think I took Woodland by Anna Johanna, but it doesn't really matter because it's like a bit boxy shaped. And then I started placing squares and trying to figure out how many do I need and how do I place them. And I drew a little schematics and I counted that I would need 42 squares if I put 3, if it's a very short cardigan. Or then if I add 1 more round, then I need 8 more. But we will see when I start putting them together, because I'm planning to crochet 1 more round around in the color that I will be joining them all together. I want to try one of those join as you go methods. I have not yet decided which one. I might just improvise. I will go watch a couple of tutorials. I know there are some. Because people do blankets in that technique, and I will just need to figure out how to do it on a cardigan. I know there are a lot of ready available patterns, but I don't want to look. I want to figure it out on my own. I don't want to mess with my thought process. It's about the process also in this. It's not just about the finished product, but I have to admit this time I really want the finished product as well. But I also wanna try to figure it out myself, because I'm not a crocheter. I'm mainly a knitter, but It's a challenge. It's a challenge for my brain just to keep this box busy. And I was thinking of joining them with a solid color, and I don't want to use white. I have half skein of powdery pink mohair left from Sophia's cardigan, one of her scrappy cardigans. But it's not enough. I have a feeling it's not enough to join them together. I could use that, and then I don't have anything in that color. I have more pinky mohairs and I have white mohair, but I really like that powdery pink. I think it would look very, very good with all of these colors as a joining color. I don't know. Could I try to dye something like that? I have white mohair. I could just over dye it. I don't know. We will see when I start putting it together. That's my weekend plan. Oh yeah. I'm so excited about this. Do you want... Just tell me, you want one of these as well, don't you? It's a basic granny square, started at the corner and nothing else. And just the wildest yarns that I had. I just loved playing with these colors. It made me so happy just putting these color combos together and then trying not to repeat the squares. Each of my squares is unique. I did not repeat even one of them. It was getting hard at the end. I needed to check. I was trying to arrange them on the sofa in front of me and trying to check, okay, not repeating. Okay, this one looks similar. Okay, switch something around. Yeah, and then I also had to use the mohairs and merino that I had because my amounts were limited. But I made it work. And if I need 8 more squares, I think I have enough leftovers to do them if I need them. But I will go with these and then we will see how it goes. Here I have already placed them. That's a sleeve, and that's the body. They go in order. It took me a while also to lay them out. Yeah, that the similar squares would not be next to each other. They go with my nails, don't they? Look at that. I'm channeling spring here. I'm channeling spring so hard here because the weather is absolutely ew. I don't know, can you hear it? But it's raining. There is the sound on the roof. I really hope the mic does not pick it up, but it's raining here. It's been snowing, it's been raining, and there is a dense fog outside. I can't even see our neighbors today, and it's been like that 3 days this week that I come out and I feel like, where am I? Am I in some, I don't know, British murder mystery? And then one morning we went out with the dog, and then the neighbor's dog was howling there, and you couldn't see the dog because the fog was so thick, and it was like spooky. Spooky. Yeah. There was a very depressive cartoon in my childhood. It was a Soviet cartoon about hedgehog in a fog. I felt like that hedgehog running around in a fog this whole week. I don't know. This is not typical weather for us, and it's been raining and snowing, and now you know the weather update before the knit and chat. I'm sorry for that. I'm early. Yes, exciting, right? Who wants to see it ready? I do. I know I do. So that's my weekend project. If I find the yarn to join it together, I can always start. Right? I have half skein. That's about 200 meters. And if I pair it like with white merino, I don't know, it's probably still not enough, is it? I'm very bad at estimating the yarn amount for crochet projects because I just don't have the experience. But, oh well, we will see. We will see. That's the fun. I can always rip it back. That's not a problem here. I never have a problem with ripping things back. Yes. One more. The last new cast on for this week. And it's a very exciting one. It lives in a bag. Do you want to know where this bag is from? You'll be surprised. It's a fabulous bag. It's from Ikea. Ikea. It's from the kitchen section and it cost like a few euros. And I love this bag. It's awesome. It's like a bunny bag. It has a, yeah. You can tie it or you can just, it's a fabulous bag. It turns into a knitting basket as well. And it has a snap here and a couple of euros from Ikea. All right. Now you know my dirty secret. I don't only have nice handmade bags. I see something and I just pick it up and turn it into a project bag. But budget friendly. It's a beautiful bag. I like this sturdy fabric. Some sort of almost canvas. I don't know. Probably cotton, but has this almost linen feel. I don't know. I already ripped the tag off a while ago. I've had this for a while, but I think they still sell them. So, okay. I'll give you a hint. It's from this book. I'll give you a hint. And I still don't know how to say the name of that pattern properly. That's why I will show it to you. How do you say that? Xiao Mei? I don't know. But yeah, that one. It's by Layla Yang. Layla. I have no idea. I apologize. And it's this one. And I started it last weekend just on a, you can already see it here, just spontaneously because I felt sad. I needed something to cheer me up. I'll show you my little swatch. I started a swatch. I really knew I wanted this cardigan, and first I thought I'm not gonna hurry. I could make it my birthday cast-on. What if I would get the yarns that are in the pattern? And I went to check and I went to calculate how much it would cost, and it was way out of my price range. Like miles, like 500 miles out of my knitting budget. It's absolutely beautiful, that sample piece, and I wanted something very similar, but luckily we can substitute yarns with something a bit more affordable. It's beautiful, and if you can afford it, it's great, but it's not in our family budget, that kind of amounts of money. I don't think I have anything that costs that much. Yeah, not even like a winter coat that costs that much. Anyways, there is no judgment. It's great if you can afford it, but I wanted that cardigan, but for a bit less money. So, and I decided, let's go stash shopping, because I know I have some neutrals and I know I have some neons in my stash. Let's go see what can we pull together. And I found it. It took me a while and it took me a couple of attempts, but I found it. I found it from my stash. Maybe you remember it. I started knitting cabled cardigan from Novita magazine a while ago, and I was knitting it in this Drops Charisma, color number 77, if I remember right. It's like light oak. It's this heathered beige, cool beige, my kind of beige. I know I'm beige, but I'm also neon. So the book Neons and Neutrals, Neons and Neutrals, it's so me. It's like it's my personality, isn't it? So yeah, back to earth. Drops Charisma. And then I frogged that cardigan, and I had this yarn to reuse, and I already reused the frogged bit. I'll show you in a moment. And then the second yarn, it's falling apart, but it's also from Drops. And it's Drops Brushed Alpaca Silk. Color number 1, which is like a natural white, off-white. I put these together, and that's my base color, and the price was very reasonable. Even if you get them full price, it would cost you, for my size, just a bit over 40 euros for the base. I think that's That's spot on. That's on the budget. I already had the yarns. Yeah, I got this when I was knitting my mom Chunky Magnolia cardigan. I got this yarn first, and then she looked at it. She asked for a neutral. I got her a neutral, and she was like, oh, she would like a bit more color. And I ended up making it in rust, but I have 8 balls of this, and I hope it's enough. I can always get more. That's not the problem. And even if it's a different dye lot, it's a natural. It doesn't really matter because I'm combining 2 yarns together. So, I'll show you what I have so far. And that's the color these 2 make. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is this? These 2 very budget-friendly yarns together. And it's soft. It's nice and soft because of the brushed alpaca. This is the back, but I will just show it on me. And then I pulled all sorts of bits from my stash, and these 2 are alpaca as well. They are very neon-y. They are very thin. I used them for another shawl some, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago. No, not that many. Before the pandemic, 2005? Anyways, this is a leftover from my Twists and Turns by Steven West. Then what else do I have here? This is some pink mohair, bubblegum pink. Don't remember what I knit with it, but that's a leftover. Then I have this. They are blown out. They're so blown out. This is the frozen watermelon that I used in my Vaka by Anna Johanna last summer. I had almost full ball left over. And this is from my Lento sweater. So yes, I'm using mohairs, and I'm using some alpaca and even some merino minis that I had. I'm adding them all here. There. Isn't that just fabulous in this chunky stitch? And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 strands of different thickness yarn. I tried it with 6, I tried it with 7 and 8, and it was feeling a bit too thin. It's all here. They don't feel chunky enough here, so I went with 9 just to give myself this good chunky stitch. And yeah, I love it. This is the back. It's going to be oversized, and I want it that way. Would you like to see? I'll show you the back. Check how neat it is on the back. If you remember to cross them all same direction, you get very neat back as well. It's beautiful. It's beautiful from all the sides, and I'm obsessed with it. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I fell in love with that pattern. I knew I want to make it. I just thought I would make it later, but I needed it now. I needed it in my life. This is like endorphins. This is my happy pill. And I'm using... My needles are different than in a pattern. No, I'll just measure them. Boop. My needle size is... I'm using 6. Pattern wanted a smaller needle, but I'm using 6 because I got the gauge with 6 millimeters and my yarn combination, because the pattern used a bit different yarn. I think it had 1 strand of that fingering weight with those like pearls, baubles, and another one was like a sports weight, and I have a DK and the floof that knits up as worsted, but then you put them together, and on 6 millimeter needles I got the perfect gauge. So just in case you need that kind of information, this is perfectly... This yarn combo works as the base for this project, if you're looking for more budget-friendly options. Yes, I love it so much. one more thing that I want to mention. It's not... I don't want to sound critical, but I don't know why. Why it keeps happening. For several times I have noticed, and always with the patterns that I want to knit, it's a bit of a criticism right now to the... Or just a warning for the people who love this massively oversized look. I was carefully studying the pattern because it has happened a couple of times to me earlier, because I've chosen size according to my body measurements and not according to the look I want to achieve. Suggested ease in this pattern, suggested positive ease in this pattern is 30 to 35 centimeters. And that would mean I would need to knit size 3. But I really, really love this look. And at least they have made a note about it. Thank you very much for that, because sometimes that information is missing out. Sample is in a size 2 and it's worn with 47 centimeter positive ease, which is a huge difference. There is a huge difference between 30 and 47, don't you agree? And I don't know, I understand it's for the picture, it looks good, but when it comes to the pattern, it is very misleading and confusing. Because same thing was with the Long Road Hooded Cardigan by Mayu Knits. Also, the model was wearing it with more positive ease than the pattern suggests. And you put all that time in this garment and then it doesn't look like on a model. It looks too tight on you, maybe even. Like it looks like you borrowed it from your baby sister. I don't want that look. I want that crazy. I want 47 centimeters of positive ease. And I have way bigger body than the model in a picture, so I'm going size up. I'm going size up and hoping for the best. Yeah, just a little heads up, if you want that crazy oversized look, you will most likely have to size up, because big difference between 30 and 47. In inches, that's the suggested ease is, recommended ease is 11.75 till 13.75, and the model is wearing it with 18.5 inch positive ease. Big difference, right? You guys? Yeah, it has happened to me once. It wasn't a Layla magazine, it was another magazine. It was in Finnish. I knit a sweater, and when I was halfway through the sweater, I was noticing that something is not right. That it's not gonna look like in a picture. I was knitting size medium or large, and it was... I could see that it's not big enough, because in a picture, model was wearing it like it was just draped over her, like an overdress, like a layering piece. And I wanted that sweater. It was like a cropped sweater. And I ended up frogging it, because after people started asking questions from the publisher, they said, oh yeah, the model is like size medium and she's wearing extra large. Thank you guys. Why do you write the pattern then like that? Yeah. That's a teeny bit of criticism. Pattern is gorgeous. Book is gorgeous. I love it. I just wish that the model would wear it in the picture with the recommended ease. Just my thoughts on this, because I have had negative experience with that, and now I'm very carefully checking the ease, and I love when it's added there in the pattern that what ease is it on the model. It's great. It's great. Yeah. Then I had also a little bit of problems with pattern, trying to figure it out, because when I was knitting it, as a pattern says, it was looking different than in a picture. I don't know. Maybe it's just me and my mushy brain. But I think the pattern is written in a different style than I'm used to. It has different flow, and it goes a bit against my logics. It doesn't flow for me, but nevertheless, I love it. I'm knitting it. I'm looking at the picture, trying to figure it out. I just want it to look like in a picture and making adjustments here. I'm not saying the pattern is bad. It's just it's written in a different way that I'm used to. I think that's the thing, but it's not bad. I bet people have knitted before, so it works. It's just I'm having some flow issues with it, and I have a couple of I had a couple of questions coming from the during the process. Like, it felt like it's missing something, or I kept going back and reading it again and like trying to figure out and it's missing bits like, oh, cut the yarn here, because you knit, you leave the yarn, you keep knitting, and then maybe did I miss it somewhere? I kept going back and rereading it, and little details like that, because I'm used to knitting from Finnish designers, and they are very thorough in their patterns, and they tell you all of the steps. I think I'm an advanced knitter, but this one just left me with some questions, but I figured it out. It's all good. It's beautiful knit. It's beautiful design. Yeah, I'm knitting it, so all good here. Yes. Let's put it away. Let's put it away, because I can talk about this forever, and we don't have time for that, do we? Do you have time to sit here for a couple of hours and talk about one? Listen to me yammer about the cardigan. I'm very excited about it. It is taking forever, that one row with the chunky stitch, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm already in a better mood. I woke up a bit grumpy, I think. I don't know, didn't sleep well, but sitting here talking to you always makes me happy. That's my happy time. Should we talk about what I'm wearing today? You probably already know. You can recognize this fluffy monster of one of my favorite pieces of all times. And a moment ago, I realized that I don't have a Ravelry page for this, because I knit it during some weird times in my life, and I never created it. I think I need to go back and do that, and I don't remember anything about it. Penguono by fabulous Mr. Stephen West. Mine is very toned down, isn't it? You would expect a neon version from me, and I don't know, I might make one somewhere in the future. I think I need one. But this is my Penguono. I'm just wearing it over a very basic black linen dress. This is not from Not Perfect Linen. This is from Nanso, which is right here in Finland. Bought it last year. Okay. There is my fabulous. Can you see me? Can you see me? I'll just come show you some textured yarn I used, and then I'm holding white strand of mohair throughout of this, and I love it. It's just like my big cozy cocoon. When I want to feel safe, I just put my Penguono on. I love it. See? The good thing about Mr. West's patterns is that you can always make it in your own style. This is absolutely crazy pattern. You can do a lot of things with it. There is no limits. You can add texture and colors and different patterns and whatever you want. This is like a blank canvas. Mine is a bit neutral, but I love it. I love it. It works with a lot of things in my wardrobe. I would still like to have a neon version as well, probably. Earrings. Easter is coming. You can see the Easter bunnies is already hopping here. These are plywood earrings by Crazy Granny Design. It's a fabulous maker, designer from Finland. They have a small family business. and they make earrings. They make mostly earrings, some other things as well, but I love their earrings. I have a mini collection of crazy granny design, and they just released the new chicken design, and I'm like, I think I need it. I have their big chickens. They have chickens, they have all sorts of animals, they have like seals and monkeys and like and the crazy granny. I have those as well. And bunnies, some other animals and flowers and whatever else, and some neons and a lot of great things. I love them, and I'm thinking, do I need another pair of chicken earrings? Could I treat myself? But like, I have chicken earrings. Hold on, woman. You you don't need more earrings. Yes, I do. But yeah, I'm wearing bunnies today because I think they looked cute with this color combo, and we're waiting for Easter. Kids are very excited. We will be planting grass in cups and vases. We always do that. I think we're a bit late already, but we will be doing it this weekend. I bought the grass seeds, and we always plant them, and then we use that as a nice decor on the table. Kids like putting little bunnies and chiclets in that grass. Real grass, you just put a bit of dirt in a cup and sprinkle grass seeds, and then you water it, and then it comes, and then you have a fresh Easter decoration. You can use the regular grass or the one that cats can eat, the cat grass. There's a name for it, probably. You know, you know what I mean. Yeah, and then we put eggs in there, and we do that every year. I don't know, is it time? Yeah, we're doing that this weekend. Spinning. Last time I said I'm gonna spin, and I did. It was Saturday. My family was there in the living room. They were all doing something, and then my husband's friend came to visit, and yeah, they were chatting there, and kids were playing, and I was there like, okay, I'm gonna spin. This room was cold, so I couldn't spin here. We just started heating, and it didn't heat yet here. So I took my buggy, my ladybug spinning wheel. I I carried it to the living room, and my husband was like, "What are you doing?" I'm on a date for 1 hour. I'm on a spinning date with myself, and I spun for 1 hour. I think I managed to get through around half of that bat that I showed you last time, and the color is beautiful. I will insert probably footage over me talking now. Here you can see it. You can see my spinning. And I have same plan for this weekend, that I will take 1 hour and I will go on a spinning date with myself. Sophia is very interested in the spinning process, and she was hanging around me and checking what I was doing. Yeah, touching the wool, and yeah. Our oldest one had tried to spin with me, but he didn't yet work out. But yeah, then he was spinning the wheel, and I was I was spinning with my hands, and he was making the wheel turn. Am I making sense? Sentences are hard, you guys. Okay, so I did some spinning, yay! And I will do some more. Happy mail. I have some happy mail. Let's go to happy mail. One is a gift, and one is a purchase, and both came from Ireland this week. Yeah, I got 2 packages from Ireland this week. How awesome is that? I'll start with the gift. It was a surprise. I got notification into my work mail, a letter from a post office, that there is an international package waiting for you. No information, no sender, nothing, just that. Come pick it up. Okay, I didn't, like, I wasn't expecting anything to my work address, so there was a card. There was a beautiful cat card. And then there was a project bag. Look at that. Florals. I love florals. This looks like my perfect garden bag, doesn't it? yeah, now I can't wait for my garden knitting time. And I, I have to show you the lining because I love a good lining. I love a good lining. There is a pocket inside, and then the lining is floral as well, and that there is a pink pocket, and I just love it. It's beautiful. I love bags that are made with mixed fabrics. I just wish I could sew. So beautiful. And the lovely viewer, Deirdre, am I saying that all right? Send it to me. I'm very bad with pronouncing names, but thank you so much. I really love it. I already sent you a message on Instagram, and this is such a beautiful garden bag, isn't it? You know I love to knit in the garden when the summer arrives and it's warmer and the pesky mosquitoes are buzzing around, but they are always there. This will be my garden knitting bag, right? I think it needs some beautiful lacy shawl to live in it, and it's big enough. It's a beautiful big bag, has a strap and everything. I forgot to ask, did you make it yourself? I did not ask. I will. Or if you're watching this, you can let me know in the comments. Thank you so much. I love it. I love it. And then my second package from Ireland. It's in a plastic bag. I'm gonna make some noise. Olin Mills in Ireland, wonderful company producing wonderful yarn. The owner just announced that they are not going to be doing that anymore, and they have a closing sale, and you can get mystery bundles from there. And I decided that I just have to get it. I want to support them, whatever their new adventure is. I wish them the best of luck, because change is always hard, but it's also necessary for yourself. Sometimes you're in a place where you need a change, and it's great when people recognize that and they are not afraid to take that step and to make that change in their lives. And I just wanted to support them because they had a wonderful business and they made some wonderful yarn. I really loved it and still do, still love it. So I got one of their mystery bundles. I was very happy I'm in a place where I can do that. You know, I wasn't planning to buy much yarn this year, but these are special circumstances. I'm so excited, I'm spitting here. Sorry. These were special circumstances, and I don't know, I don't usually have the best of luck with mystery bundles, but this one is wonderful. Wanna see? I got 5 skeins of yarn in the bundle, and I checked in the morning, they still have some left, and now the discount is bigger. So if you want to support them, go do that. Look at that. How gorgeous are these? How gorgeous is my mystery bundle? It's so me. Even the red one. You know I'm not red kind of gal, but this red, oh my god, it's blowing out. It's not a there is the color. Look at that. There is the color. When I get it closer, it just gets brighter. No. There. It's called Poppy. It's on their Marina base for 100 meters. And I love this red. And I don't usually love red. Okay, Christmas red is alright, but this poppy red is wonderful. There's something so good about it there. I think the fact that it's not the clean red, it has, oh, I love it. Okay, then this one is Blood Moon. Again, no. There. Blood Moon. I think this is gorgeous as well. Ooh, I love this one because it's 2 different strands of yarn spun together. Again, darker than it appears. And this is Underground. Yeah, also Merino. There, it's 2 different strands spun together. I love it. And then I think this one is... Okay, I'll show you wallflower. That's beautiful. It has like a different shades in it here. And then this one is my favorite. It's called Bramble. It's a bit thicker. It's 220 meters, so like a good DK. And I love this one. How lucky am I with this? They're wonderful, aren't they? And yeah. It's always a bit sad when one chapter closes, but that just means that there is a possibility and opportunity for something new and great. And I think even though if you feel a bit sad, I think it's a good place to be. Change is good. It's painful sometimes, but it's good. Says the woman who still doesn't want to know what she wants to be when she grows up. Yeah, I've been having my own struggles here, but yarn makes me happy. And I'm very happy to add these 500 grams to my stash. I haven't yet marked them on in my notebook where I keep track of my stash, but that just means I need to knit faster to that my saldo would be still negative at the end of the month. This is very motivating, but so worth of it. Beautiful yarns. Oh, they smell sheepy. They smell lovely sheepy. I love that. Okay. You knew I'm gonna sniff this. You knew that, right? Yeah, let's put them here that you can enjoy them as well. Okay, that's all the nitty bitty content for today. Knit and chat. If you're not interested, thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. And if you are, let's chat. I'll take Sophia's muscle burrow, and I knit on that because she wants it. She needs it. Oh. So what have I been up to? Oh, what a week. Life has been happening here during past week. I was dealing with a sick kid in the beginning of the week, and that was not fun at all. Everybody's fine now. Everybody's back at school now, and all is good. All is well. Then what else? The weather has been icky. One day it felt like spring. It was Tuesday. I was like, oh, what's happening? I woke up and it was spring. It was warm. It was sunny. I wore something else than winter boots that day, and then it ended. It was one day. It was one day of beautiful sunny weather. I was like, yes, spring. Then it started snowing on Wednesday. And then raining on the Wednesday evening. Spring in Finland. It's not much of fun. What else? Easter is coming. No special plans. Just at home with family. A few people have mentioned that would I consider making Easter vlogs? I don't know, you guys. Do I have anything interesting to show you? It's not like before Christmas we don't do that many special things here, but maybe spring vlog would be fun for a week or so. I don't know. What do you think? Should we do spring vlogs? I would just... It would be great if snow would melt first, because you wouldn't see the difference between spring and winter right now. Yeah, it's wet and icky out there, and still lots of snow, at least where we live. Way less in the city, but here in the countryside, still tons and tons of snow. I don't know what else. Sick kid, me being overwhelmed with things. Yeah, we have some kid appointments today and next week, and 1 week after that. A lot of things are happening that need to be dealt with. I have some good news. Sophia's therapist got approved Yeah, it's like good news, but at the same time, the whole situation is very sad because the system here is broken so badly that Sophia has been without her therapies since October, just because of the bureaucracy and the insane paperwork, and that it takes them forever to make those decisions. She has kind of been pre-approved for that, but just to get the papers. Yeah, the therapists can't start without the final papers, and they've been just holding spots for her, and I'm so grateful for that she didn't lose her spots, because some people lose their spots if therapist is not willing to hold the spot for a kid while the paperwork is being dealt with. Kids lose their spots, and that's it. Then you're doomed. Because since October, I have been her speech therapist and occupational therapist and physical therapist and all of that. And honestly, I'm tired. I know it's my kid, and those things need to be done, and I'm not complaining about that. But I feel like I'm completely depleted from the process, because it's always harder, I think, when parent does it. She's better with people from outside. Yeah, she doesn't talk back to them, and she does what they asked, what they ask her to do, and it's harder when I do it. It's times harder when I, yeah. We will still be doing that, but it's much easier when there is also a therapy going, like active therapy weekly. uh yeah. So what happened is we had a doctor's appointment in September. And then we were expecting the paper like usual in a month or so. Yeah, because her that time period, they give it for one, like a year or so. Anyway, and then you need to reapply. And hers was ending end of October, and we thought, okay, that's a good amount of time, we will manage. And then there was no paper from the doctor, and we called there, and they promised to check, and anyway, and then they stopped answering our calls. We were calling, and it's in a different town. We can't even just go there. And if you go there, you can't get in because they are behind the locked doors, and if you don't have appointment, you can't get in there. Anyway, the paper came in January. And when I saw the paper, it was like 10 generic sentences about nothing, and yeah, that she needs therapies. To say I was mad is not to say anything. Like, I'm so disappointed in the system. It's broken. It's not in the best interest of a child. It puts a lot of pressure on the parents that are already exhausted, and usually they good if you have energy to fight, but sometimes you don't, and we still do. We still do. It's luckily it's two of us. Like when one is exhausted, another one picks it up, and my husband has been calling and going, and then we filed the paperwork in January, and we've been calling about it, and now the decision came in March. So, and they dated it back to 1st of January, that her therapy started 1st of January. So we are basically losing the time because the therapist won't have enough empty slots to do all the times that she was assigned to. And I don't know, did I tell you that, but her speech therapist retired last year, and we were put in a queue again. Nobody was trying to find us new therapist, but luckily our occupational therapist hinted about the person who had an opening, and we called there, and she's now Sophia's new speech therapist. We're meeting with her next week. And she was very nice, and she was holding a slot for her, and I'm just so grateful. I don't know. I know it's not okay to hug people, but I want to hug her. I have not yet met her. We only have talked on the phone, but it's very hard in here, especially if you're not in the capital region. we don't have specialists. The queues take years, and yeah. And if you want to do it with your own money, you need, I don't know, five more jobs to pay for that, to do it privately. It's very stressful, when your kid needs help. Your kid has a right for help, but there's no way to get it because the system is against you. The system is against you as a parent and against your kids' basic rights. Yeah. I know it's a bit better in some of the countries, but I think we're all in around the same boat. Yeah, if you have good health insurance, it's a bit easier in the US because I'm talking to moms. I'm talking to moms in Australia, I'm talking to moms in the UK and the US who has kids with similar problems. We're all in a group and it's a bit easier there. They have better access to specialists, especially if you're in a big city. Yeah, one family is in Chicago and it's been great. They even have an assistant coming to their home and basically like a babysitter, a therapist slash babysitter. I don't know. It's amazing. Yeah, and the early intervention in Finland, doctors don't believe in early intervention. There are no early intervention programs, and you're just being told to wait. And okay, should I stop now? I can go on for a very long time. But anyway, system is not working. It's broken. And if you can go somewhere else to help your child, you should probably do that. System is very good for integrating the adults in life. It's better. It's better. It's not very good. It's better. But when there is a chance of fixing a problem, it's not being fixed. They just let the problem to escalate and then deal with it. But it's terrible. Yeah, not having early intervention programs is awful, and I did not know about that up until we got a kid who needed it. Yeah, okay. Rant over. All is good. Sophia is starting her therapies next week. Very much delayed, but yeah, she had a meeting with her occupational therapist and she was surprised how much further Sophia has gone because we haven't stopped working at home. my eye might be twitching. She's a difficult little booger and she knows the weak spots of adults, and yeah, she's playing me often. But I forgive her. She's so cute. What can I do? Luckily, she's very cute and sweet. A sweet little monster. But oh god, I'm just happy to share that workload with professionals because I'm not a professional. I have a ton of books and I have watched a ton of videos and I have a lot of learning material and yeah, but I'm not a professional. Once a doctor asked me, "Are you a medic?" No, I'm a mom. Don't be crazy. Yeah, how do you know those things? I'm a mom. Okay, that's my kid. I need to know those things. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Let's talk about something else rather than our problems. This is real life podcast. You knew what you're getting. Should have left earlier, right? You should have left when I told you. Okay. I feel a bit lighter now that I shared with my friends. You understand, right? Life isn't always easy and dandy. I could just sit here and say, "Oh, all is well." Look at this pretty yarn. You can still look at the pretty yarn, but I will give you a bit of reality as well. Because that's life. That's life, and this is a real life podcast. That's what we do here. That's what we do here. I've been criticized for that, but if you don't like it. There are many other podcasts to watch that only talk about knitting. But that's why I leave the knitting chat to the end. You can always skip it and just look at the creative content. Yeah. So it's Friday. I'm going to work now because it's still early morning. Like relatively, not early for us, but it's about 9 o'clock right now, and somebody's walking there. Somebody, my husband is leaving. Yeah, he's been trying to be quiet as a mouse. And dog is tippy-toeing behind the door. She wants in. I have the door locked, not locked, closed. That she wouldn't come here, but now I lost it. My thought. I don't know. I wanted to tell you something. Yeah, weekend is coming. We don't have any plans except, yeah, I'm going to work today and then I'm coming back. No, we're having a couple of appointments and then I'm coming back. And then, I don't know, maybe pizza night. Maybe movie night with popcorn. Hubby makes the best popcorn. Somebody was asking for a pizza recipe. We don't have one. We just randomly put things together. There is no written down recipe. It's all on a feeling. It's just very basic. Hardly any ingredients. And it's mostly my husband. He does the dough. I don't make the pizza dough. He does the pizza dough. He's so much better at it. He just mixes things together and poof, it works every time. If I try to use some recipe, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So he just does it on a feeling. He's very good at baking bread, and bread loves him. Everything that's bready. That's his topic. Yeah, he's very good at that. Luckily, he's one of those men who enjoys cooking. I don't enjoy cleaning after him because he makes a horrible mess. It's like, oh, you made a sandwich here. It looks like you made a 3-course meal for 12 people because everything has been used. Oh, he just made a sandwich, but the kitchen looks like... yeah, looks like we had a catering event. Yeah, but we share the workload here. The one who cleans, the one who cooks doesn't clean. Except when I cook, I clean as I go, so there is nothing left to clean after me. Except maybe a pot or a pan, but when my husband cooks, I have a full day of cleaning ahead. Oh, well. Sounds familiar? Let me know in the comments. Who else lives with a messy partner, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever? Yes. I don't think I have anything else. I think I'm gonna go. I should go to work now. I really should. It's time. It's raining and it's wet. I need a raincoat today, I think, over my winter coat. It's very hard to decide what to wear in this weather. Yeah, I'm gonna head out now. And thank you for being here. Thank you for spending your precious time with me blabbering here. I hope I made your day a little bit better with my happy knits and chit chat. Let me know in the comments, what have you been up to? I always love hearing from you. And if you have questions, you can leave them in the comments. I've been thinking of doing a Q&A video because I try to answer your questions during our knitting chat, but not everybody watches that. So I know I have promised Q&A for a while. Maybe I can finally do it. Maybe. I think I'll post the question. I'll make a place in Instagram stories where you can ask questions, and maybe in our Ravelry group as well. And here under the video, I'll try to write them down and answer them maybe in a separate video. Maybe it's now time. I have decided I will do Q&A. I know I have talked about it like 5, 6, 7 times. Still haven't done it, but I will. I will. So, yes, I'm gonna go now, and thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. I really enjoyed our chat, and I will see you next time. Take care and hey, fun.